The one and only Cody Sanchez has made buying boring businesses fun, hip, exciting. But did you know what business brokers call a main street business? Don't get caught unaware. We have brought on the small business loan concierge, the one and only Bo Eckstein. Bo, how you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well.
Yeah, you got to love Cody Sanchez. Has to be helping you build your pipeline with leads and interest, but also probably a lot of novice people reaching out saying, "Hey, I want to buy a boring business. What should I buy?" So let's do some education. What is a main street business?
So Main Street businesses, 90% of all businesses are classified as Main Street businesses. These are what most business brokers sell.
Hmm.
So these are going to be businesses that are going to sell for less than 5 million. So anywhere from 200,000 to $5 million,
They're going to
and they're
sell for.
yes, that's their sales
Okay.
price.
All
And
right.
their taxable profits are typically 1 million or less. So that's a
Hmm.
Main Street business. This is 90% of the transactions out there. And then the next, what we call the tweeners, they're small cap businesses, and those will sell for anywhere between 5 million and 25 million, and they're doing 1 million to 10 million in taxable profits yearly.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and this accounts for 7.5% of all businesses that are sold. And then the big businesses, which are 25 million and above, are typically doing taxable profits of 10 million and above. This is only 2.5 percent of the sector of businesses that transfer or sell. So what this really tells us is that the majority of businesses are small businesses, which we're going to call Main Street businesses. And that's
Okay.
what the most business brokers specialize in, is these Main Street businesses. The business brokers of the world, like the Sun Belts, they're like a large business broker franchise. It's interesting. I've actually there's a gentleman. So I listened to IB, International Business Brokers Association. I started plugging into their events,
Mhm.
and I heard Len, this guy from Las Vegas. He's like a top business broker, but he developed all the curriculum for business brokers. So I'm taking his class right now because I find it very fascinating. I'm one of those people that likes to learn different angles and figure out how to structure things. And so I'm taking his class. It's really good. And his curriculum is what all the Sunbelt business brokers and those type of guys go through his programs, because they're pretty good. So I'm learning a lot from him, and hopefully I invited him to coffee because he's here in Las Vegas. So
That'd be good.
hopefully I can meet with him and pick his brain some more, because I always want to get the inside track on everything. I understand the buy dynamic from the buyers, the business broker side. There's some other interesting stats that I think everybody will find pretty interesting. Typical business turnover is between 4 and 5 years.
Really?
So yeah, I didn't realize it was that, and that's
I would
basically,
not have guessed that. I would have guessed 10 years or more.
yeah, that's crazy. Small businesses make up like close to 99% of all businesses. Approximately 60 million people are employed by small businesses.
Mm.
And there's between 31 and 32 small businesses in the nation. So, but going back to the stat about the turnover, this implies roughly 20 to 25% of all small businesses either want to sell or need to sell at any given point in time, right? So
Yeah,
that's,
so I want to poke at this a little bit. For whatever reason, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. I don't know why I'm skipping his name all of a sudden, but his nickname's Mr. Wonderful.
is that Kevin O'Leary?
Yes, Kevin O'Leary.
Okay.
Thank you. He is out talking to anybody with a microphone that this current economy, this administration, the Fed is screwing small businesses. No access to capital. Um, raising, I mean, inflation's killing, wages, all of this. It's basically the only people winning are the big boys. And I kind of agree with that logic. I think the big get bigger, get stronger. They have plenty of access to money, but the small businesses are suffering. And if 90% of small businesses are, sub 5 million when they're sold, right or wrong, I look at that. I look at what Cody Sanchez is preaching. I see a lot of opportunity, right? Some of these businesses may need capital infusion. Well, maybe you get a percent of the business and you're the equity. Maybe some of these will sell on seller financing because they're just tired and out, don't want to go through another recession. I look at these numbers and maybe I'm broken, but I get excited because where there's great pain, there's great opportunity. And yeah, it's getting dark out there. And if Kevin O'Leary is even half right, It's not going to be light anytime soon. So this might be like the perfect time to skill up, figure out where the edges are, figure out where you're comfortable, and go shopping. I mean, call me crazy, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's so many techniques we could use, just like in real estate, how we have wholesaling, flipping, wholetailing, all these strategies. Same thing with business acquisition. So like the way I really work well is putting people together. So I put people together on a deal and I put up a little bit of capital and I get a piece of the ownership. I'm not the operator. That's great.
Right.
I want to replicate that. Consulting for equity is another big thing. You have a specialty or some kind of skill set. You don't necessarily need to be the one bringing in the equity, but you could be the marketer and help grow the sales process and then get a percentage of the business. So you don't need much capital that way. And then also, you know, a lot of people just don't know what they don't know. If you have an old 401k with 100 grand doing nothing for you, you can roll that over, and that could be an equity injection for SBA. That could buy the business. I had a call the other day, and this is where I learn a lot from people. And they have a manufacturing company, and they're doing like this. They're one company's kind of burning cash. They're buying another company. They're merging and moving from California to a new state where it's a lot cheaper to run. And it's like I was trying to figure out how to structure the SBA financing, but they're basically buying a 55-year-old company for $100,000. That's doing
Wow.
seven
So they're buying
million
they're buying their accounts receivable, their inventory,
for
their customer base for 100 grand.
for 100 grand, and this company sells to big companies, and it just the people have owned it for 55 years. It must be family type
Yeah.
of business.
A couple generations, yeah.
Yeah. So the point though is that like there's deals to be had, and by merging and repositioning these businesses that might, I mean, this business that they're buying would have just walked away pretty much. They're like, hey, we're
Yeah.
done. But no,
No,
there's
yeah,
huge
there's
value.
value there. Yeah, there's value there. So again, folks, I'm excited by what Cody is putting out. Let's give credit where credit due. She's a shining star, making people aware of this. But you need the concierge of small business loans, and that's Bo Eckstein. Understanding you want to go shopping and buying, but if you can't get the debt, you can't structure it. He will give you time and help you understand your options. Bo, if somebody wanted to run a scenario by you or ask some questions, how do they do that?
Just go to my name, which is boeckstein.biz. That's BEAU, not BO. Just remember Bo for beautiful. Boeckstein.biz,
There you
and click
go.
on one rental at a time.
Yep, there you go. His name is in the lower left corner, at least lower left corner of my screen. Bo, thank you so much.
Thank you.